Hey, what's up, YouTubers? Decided to do a bit of a voiceover with this one as well, just because I wanted good sound. Well, this was us arriving in Seaton. This was our room we were staying in at the little hotel. Very nice room, I have to say. The weather was lovely all round, which was great, absolutely fantastic, and yeah, as I say, I just wanted the sound to be a bit better than it was from the camera. So hopefully this is okay. Just showing you the way, a little maze going out to the outside world down these stairs here into a little lobby way at the back of the hotel. You could go either way. You could go right through to the bar and restaurant, or left straight out to the back, which takes you up by the car park. And that was the way we mostly went. This is at the Aircourt Hotel, by the way. And yeah, there's this little conservatory. Well, I say little. It's quite a big conservatory actually, that you can book out for private events and that. Bit of a shaky camera going on there, but you get the general gist. There's two three separate outside drinking areas actually. The outside there's a little garden, and there's a place at the front as well. There's our car, the big yellow one. I'll tell you. And you'll literally see Lloyd's Bank opposite there. In that road, there's another house we're actually looking. We looked at up there, maybe the track. Just the beginning. We got a Tesco there now, as you can see. When last I lived there was no Tesco there. It was a massive car park, and to the right, but you can't see now, to the left. But on the other side, there was quite a big social club that we used to go to sometimes. So here we are on an open top tram. We had I forget what it is now. It was like a ticket which enabled us to travel all day, anytime, any tram basically. So we were going up. This is us on the way to Collerton and Collie Ford, and the tram ride itself, it takes you through what is now, you could see a lot of houses, and they were never there when I was there last. There were no houses there. There was no estates that were built. Because it's quite close to the marshes, you see that there's a marshland there, so you obviously can't build on that. But obviously these houses are just far enough away for the planning to go ahead, I guess. And as we were passing, you could see some of them were still being built. And in fact, we were waving to some of the workmen on the way. Yeah, so I figured I'd do a bit of a voiceover. It's an amazing time in Seaton, it really was. And the lifestyle there is just one that felt so me. There to the right, you can see some of what they call the marshes. It's all actually one big nature reserve now, and to the left as well. And they're actually in the process of putting in like some footways and pathways that's safe for you to walk through, and there's even little hidey holes you can go to like photograph, film like nature at its finest. And so that is something, when I get to Seaton, obviously, that I'm going to be looking at, because I love wildlife photography. It's just fantastic, it really is. Yeah, so wasn't too bad weather-wise for wind, etc. It's not wasn't too bad, but that is not the reason why I wanted to do a voiceover. I just wanted to capture a better audio than the natural microphone, inbuilt microphone of the camera was doing. And it did an okay job. You've heard some of it, and you'll hear some more in a minute. Just looking over at the other side of the marshes there. We're still on our way to Collerton at this stage. I don't believe I filmed any of the return journey. I took some photos though. I did take some photos. Actually, I took a lot of photos on my trip to Seaton. And this is all about manifesting our best life and our dream to live here. Where see some of the walkway there that's been built. It's like, in Lord of the Rings, the Dead Marshes. It's a bit like that, but they're putting safe walkways through where you can actually walk and not get stuck in the marsh itself. So that's kind of cool. I can actually remember when I was a kid going there on a school trip. It was a lot of fun. I'll have some natural sound in a moment. Any moment now. Any moment.
Oh yeah. Right, the roadway.
There's several pathways for trams to pull in, to pass one another. The main line is just one single line. It's all timed to perfection.
Yeah, we're going to call it that.
These are several hundred years old, these trams as well. Some of them are very old. And it's just a wonderful way to travel, I think. Collerton, is it Collerton or Collyford, sort of the main stop halfway through. They're actually putting in further stops along the tramway now. Crossing the road at the moment. That's the life, guys. Awesome. Such a great way to travel, I can't tell you. It really is. And we when we went to Seaton, we packed because we'd had this day planned. It was all prepaid and everything. We just had to literally go to the station and collect our tickets and our wristbands to show that we could travel all day. It's we planned it and we packed for all weathers. I mean, it was showing that it was going to be a nice weather day, but we didn't care. It could have been pouring with rain. We wouldn't have minded. Collerton or Colliford. I always get the two mixed up here. I think it's Collerton. I might be proved wrong, but it's like the station at the other end. There's a shop there, a cafe. We had our cream tea at. Marvellous. Awesome. Right, well, we're on to the photos now. This is like the main square in the town. Obviously, there did a bit of roadworks going on there. But that's the thing I noticed about Seaton. Oh, the nerd shop. That's the outside of it. And yes, it's all the floors of that building. So, yeah. And it goes right back. Amazing. Yeah, one thing I noticed about Seaton, and I thought that was a cute little thing. The council, the local council, they maintain every area like constantly, and that's something which is sadly lacking where I live now. You know, the roads are full of potholes. You know, stuff gets left to decay and ruin, and that's not the case here at all. So that was something which was very good. Yeah, very impressed with it all together. So it's just that, you know, that's the outside of the Jurassic Centre, I believe. Oh no, the Tramway Centre. The Jurassic Centre is just behind it. Part of the front, the Esplanade is just such a long walkway along the front, which you can just literally walk along the front at the seaside there. Amazing. Something I would endeavour to do every day of my life if I lived there. And it's not just that, the area itself is very flat in comparison with where I live now. So it really is a cyclist's dream, I have to say. Shot of the moon now. I like shots of the moon. I have a weakness for it. It's like I have a weakness for chess sets. When I see a chess set, I'm like, ooh, nice chess set. But I see the moon and it's like, ooh, moon. But yeah, it's just so cool. It's just so laid back there. The whole place. Ah, Mrs. Mini Warzone. That's outside the back of the place where we were staying. So, like I say, there was a bit of a drinking area around there. Yeah, so we totally enjoyed our stay there. It was really good all round, I have to say. And me in the one of the gardens there. Many gardens. There's a lot of cool local green areas and natural places. This was just a nostalgic area I remembered from my childhood. Another angle of it there. I can remember one of my cousins when they got married in Seaton, and they had a big gathering at that point. Ackerman's on the left there. Sadly, they're closing down. Been going for 200 years. Yay. Lots of lovely little shops there still, though. So that's 4th Street, the main area going down to the front. I have so many memories of this place. I don't even know where to begin. Back to the tram station. I believe there's a lot of tram shots coming now. The tram on the right that's a couple of 100 years old. I think it's the oldest tram they got. And they're all active as well. I mean, they have obviously a repair shed where they fix and repair them. But yeah, something about the tram line I love, and I noticed from reading. I've read quite a bit of Seaton and the Seaton area, and that a lot of the local residents, they all seem to have a fondness for the tram line. It's like they're part of their heritage almost. It's their thing that they're proud of, you know. And you can pay it's not that much actually, and be taught how to drive the tram for the day, and they'll let you drive it under supervision, of course. That's something which is pretty cool, I think, to enable people to do that. It's just other ways of getting income, revenue to keep the line going. There we are, Collerton Station. That was the halfway point, so it must be Colliford, I guess, or I don't know, Collerton. Like I say, I always get the two mixed up. Part of the old line there. That's a curious place, that shed. There's like a curiosity shop, an old curiosity shop. Lots of cool relics from yesteryear. This is on the way back now. Coming up to the road again. There is a crossing where it crosses the road. A lot of these shots, I used to be able to, especially with the trees in the background. I used to have that view there at a distance from my bedroom where I used to live. Very, very cool. Very cool. I still have memories. And the cool thing about this whole experience is it's awakening more and more and more memories from my brain, which can only be good for my condition, right? So it helps me to release these memory engrams that are obviously they're just dormant. You can see how far the sea comes. It comes right up to the edge, you know, when the tide's in. Because of all those pebbles that you see on the beach, so it's a natural filter for the water, which is why the water is so clean and clear there. It's a very highly top-rated seafront. Shot from this. Oh, came across this cat while we were walking up one of the streets. I don't think he was a stray, but he lived in one of the residents. Oh, with one of the shops there. Oh, this is St. Clair's Hall. This is now all that's left of my old school in Seaton. I remember I was in a nativity play there once. The seafront. That's just so very magnetic. When we left, we were getting ready to go. Just doing a few final shots, really, there. And of the house in the background, that's the house I grew up in. That is May Villa. Mrs. Mini Warzone on the corner. We were looking at some houses around that area as well. It's all in walking distance. So there it is, there's May Villa. That is where I grew up. I can tell you so many stories about that house. That's what started it all. That's the Snickets. That's like a footpath that goes through the housing estate, and just ending on the seafront. Thank you for watching. Remember,